Hey folks, I want to talk about sharing your intent to. This is an important, I'll say, habit or tag word to use when you might otherwise kind of be biased towards getting more buy-in or consent than you really need. Sometimes decisions need to be made, and yet you're concerned about the potential impact on others. Put you in a tough position trying to balance your need to move forward and make a decision with some concern, reasonable, that especially if it's like a hard to reverse kind of thing, that people can weigh in and feed you information or share ideas or arguments for why you might not, shouldn't do that kind of course of action. There was a great book called Turn the Ship Around by David Marquette. He was a Navy submarine commander for the USS Santa Fe. And it's a kind of story about how he turned this submarine around in terms of performance. And the key that he identifies in this book, you know what, let me just try to draw a little submarine. Okay, that's not good. But to give you an idea. The idea is that, in the military, everyone kind of asking for permission. Right. So turning that on its head, instead of asking for permission to do any given action, instead the expectation was to share your intent. And it turns out to be extremely useful in non-military contexts as well, even if we don't have there's not as kind of a formal norm around seeking permission. We, as just human beings, often tend to just, kind of not want to ruffle any feathers or cause unneeded problems. All very reasonable things to do. But again, you can get kind of stuck there. So here's my advice. When you find yourself in a situation when, let's say, you feel confident enough to move forward, but you've also got this like subtle concern others might have concerns. So if you've got both of these situations, then I would say it's a great case for sharing your intent. And it just means literally in some sort of public way. If you've got Slack, use that. Email and say, I intend to X. Right? Let everybody know what you intend to do. You might say, let me know if you have something for me to consider. This is the important part. By, a certain date. Something like that, right? I intend to, with some sense of the time frame, give everyone that information, and then, and this is the magic of it, and then you can feel much more comfortable, right, taking action and moving things forward without kind of getting stuck in this kind of weird space of you've got a decision to make or an action to take, but you feel a little bit caught in that you kind of want to make sure it's okay with others. If that's the case, consider this, consider sharing your intent and see how it goes.